Artist Charles Gitnick of Woodland Hills, California, is also trying to get a message out about gun violence, but he does so through art. For years now, he's been creating colorful 3D artwork featuring guns. You can see some of those images on our website, take2show.org. Gitnick's work recently appeared in Florida during the big annual Art Basel event in Miami. Charles Gitnick joins me now in studio. Thank you so much for dropping by.
Thank you.
Charles, you're 11 years old. You're in 6th grade, but you've been doing artwork for quite some time now, since you were, 5 years old?
Yeah, so I've been doing art since I was 5. I used to do, landscapes or paint palm trees or the ocean. But then when I started to hear about all the bad things going on in the world, I wanted to say my feelings about violence. So I started the gun art, and that's how it's been.
Can you take us back to that very first project that you did? What news? I mean, there's so many stories out there now. Was there a particular story that you heard, and how were you feeling at the time, and what art did you make out of that?
Well, it wasn't one particular event that really started the gun art, but I was just hearing about everything, basically. So I wanted to say my feelings about bad things. So
what was that first project?
Well, the first piece that I made, since violence goes into the newspaper, I took one day's edition of newspaper clippings all about gun violence, cut them out and mounted them on a canvas, and then wrapped the gun in the newspaper clippings.
And this is a toy gun, right? This is not a real
they're
gun.
They're replica guns. So then, after the background and the gun were both wrapped, I mounted the gun onto the board, and then that was the finished piece.
It's a really neat looking piece. I'm curious, I'm sure once you were doing it, you had this idea. You can definitely see how, gun's something we talk about in the news, and so you wrap it up in the gun. But when you actually saw it visually, what did you think of it, that first piece you did?
Well, I really never thought that it would come this far. The first time I saw it, I just thought, I would really only get the message out to my family members and friends. And then
But someone bought it, right?
Yeah.
Someone actually bought this
Yeah.
piece of art. I think it was like $100. Is that right?
Yeah.
So what did that say to you?
Well, it told me that I should keep going and that I shouldn't just stop or only only talk about these bad things that are going on to my family members and really tell the public.
Charles, when you show this gun artwork and when you sell it, you also post a statement that you've written about your gun artwork, and you've got it here with you. I'm wondering if you could read that for us and share it. Thank you.
So the statement says, "My feelings about guns are that they're scary and dangerous. When I make one of my pieces, I create a background and then camouflage the gun to make it almost invisible. The gun is still there, but it's hard to see it for what it really is. Hopefully my art will get people talking about guns, gun safety, and gun violence."
That was 11-year-old Charles Gitnick. His latest project is called 3D Gun Art. You can see some of his work on our website, which is, of course, take2show.org. There, we also encourage you to leave your comments, questions about the stories you've heard so far today. If you'd like to email us directly, you can do that too. We're take2show@kpcc.org.